where was this photo taken? Wild guesses? This is a photo of a landfill fire in Mumbai, and it was taken by a satellite, taken by a NASA satellite. Just to give you a scale of how large these fires can become. These are the particulate matter concentrations for the week that the fire took place. The fire started on January 28th. You can see the incredible jumps. For 4 days, the whole city of Mumbai was covered in fog, and it caused lots of respiratory problems for all the citizens. And 70 schools had to be shut down around the area. And since a lot of the landfill workers and the rack pickers who work inside collecting recyclable waste are women and children, there were lots of health liabilities for the government as well. Another big problem that developing countries, specifically like India, face is that we don't recycle much, and all of the recycling collection is done at the last stage of the waste management process, which is at the landfill. And it's done manually with human workers, which is very inefficient, and it's also very, very hazardous for people who work in these situations. And as electronic waste and other forms of waste are increasing exponentially, collecting this recyclable waste is a bigger priority for a lot of countries across the world. So these are the 3 problem statements that my project aims to solve. One, to predict and detect landfill fires either before they occur or while they're occurring using multiple robots inside the landfill. 2, automate the collection of recyclable waste from the surface of the landfill and thus preventing current rack pickers and which are women and children from actually having to go there inside and collecting this waste. And the third objective is, of course, make this process more efficient. So how do landfill fires occur? There are 2 types of landfill fires. One is spontaneous combustion, which is generally at the surface of the landfill, which mainly occurs when oxygen comes in contact with biologically decomposing waste. The other type is anaerobic combustion, which is below the surface of the landfill, many times multiple feet below the surface, which makes it very, very difficult for it to be visually tracked, and very, very difficult for firefighters to put it off once it starts to spread. And thus, detecting a landfill fire early is extremely important, because many times, especially like where I'm from a city called Ahmedabad in India, we have 7 to 8 fires every week, and at this stage, the fire department has completely stopped servicing it at all because it's so frequent and it's so hard to stop. Also, these fires are mainly fueled by combustible gases released, such as methane, hydrogen, and propane, which are released because of biological decomposition. These are just some of the health hazards caused by landfill fires, which affect not only those who work there, but also all the residents in the city. Again, some very dangerous chemical reactions which occur due to byproducts, causing severe respiratory diseases as well. So this is the solution. This is the project that I've been working on for the past 2 years. The solution is basically a multi-robot system inside landfills, where each robot has 8 to 10 different gas sensors, and it detects peaks or rise in values of ppm of all these gases, and uses these values to predict landfill fires. And some of these gases are methane, propane, hydrogen, benzene, ammonia, hydrogen sulfide, carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide. So some of these which have high calorific value and low ignition temperature, such as methane, propane, and hydrogen, these are great indicators for if a fire is going to occur or not. And the rest of them are just byproducts of combustion of different kinds of waste. The whole idea here is to either predict the fire or categorize the landfill into high-risk areas and low-risk areas. And if there's a subsurface fire already occurring, department with the exact location of where the fire is currently going on. These are some of the components I used. An Arduino Mega, Node MCU, DHT11. All of those complicated sensors are just different kinds of gas sensors. For now, the prototype includes a mobile application on which you can see the readings real time, and also all these readings are uploaded on the cloud. If you want to see the robot after the presentation, it's in the backpack at the back. It's kind of damaged because I brought it here from when I brought it here from New York, but I can still give you a look. Landfill gas has all of these components, but many of these, or for now, many of these can be detected by Arduino sensors, and thus sensors for a lot of these are very, very expensive, which is something I'm working on and trying to, and the whole idea is to keep the cost of all these robots very, very low, so they can be afforded by governments, local municipal governments in India, and actually be deployed in place of human workers. These are some other features which are also indicators of landfill fire. Certain elevation. On average, a landfill fire, the surface temperature of a landfill increases by 5 degrees when a fire is occurring, 4 to 5 degrees. Landfill fires are also more frequent near the equatorial belt, and also depends a lot on waste composition of the landfill. As is obvious, more organic content leads to more methane, but also one of the future applications of my project will also be looking at how landfill fires occur differently across different countries, where waste is managed differently, and how this can be factored into making prediction more accurate. Future work and plans. One would be more data collection using Arduino sensors specifically in upstate New York as well as my home state of Gujarat, India. Also sourcing landfill waste composition and fire data from the local Indian government. Evaluating different machine learning algorithms to find which one gives the most highest accuracy. In predicting landfill fires with all of the features that I described previously, and also